Hello guys, welcome to another Napoleon Total Multiplayer Battles. I'm here with another 2v2 on Galician as I have the same standardized armies I've had in the last couple, which would be 2 Chasseurs et Cheval and 2 Lanciers, 4 Volts, the 6th Regiment de Legere, 2 Old Guard, 3 Young Guard, 2 Fusiliers of Line, and 2 National Guard, and Imperius has the same army as I do. That's also including the General Staff. So I'm gonna do some quick fast forwarding. Because fast forwarding is just lovely. Take a look at my Young Guard. The Young Guard. And then the good old Guard. Most accurate men in the game. Okay. And my enemy for this battle is Emperor B115. Recognize him for a few of my other battles, you guys. So he has the 10th Hussars, 42nd Black Watch, 88th Connaught Rangers, Coldstreams, Highlanders. He has a couple of Highlanders. General Staff, Foot, Fencibles. He has a That's the other guy, never mind. And then he has 1 King's German Legion Lightfoot, 2, and then 2 Lightfoot. And then the other enemy British player has those 2, the Dragoons, those 2 Dragoons, and then a couple of Foot, and pretty much the rest of it's Highlanders. He has no lights in this battle, and Major General I'm not gonna attempt. I butcher it. That's a true thing. So at this point, I'm charging the hill. Not really charging. You see, I'm just my cab's already up here. That's the only thing that's up here on this hill at this point. But my good old friend Imperius is gonna be a good help in this battle. He's definitely gonna use his cav to help me take out Emperor B115. Definitely a good asset. We have been undefeated in team multiplayer games, so we have a good streak going on. I think it's 10 straight games, if I remember correctly, for 2v2s. So we're doing good right now. That's pretty much all I can say about it. Actually kind of happy about that. And so far he's not lost against me though for 1v1s. Gotten really close. I was 1 general and 1 Hungarian Fusilier away, and then time limit expired because he likes putting time limits, but that's fine. It was a draw, and then he ended up beating the crap out of me with the Ottomans, but either way, let's focus on this first. So his cav is gonna do a charge to get this battle started off. This is Chasseurs et Cheval they're gonna do some damage, but they're gonna get hit a little bit before they get the charge in, but they are gonna do quite a bit of damage against this Lightfoot and Fencible unit. As he's charging in, he's going to end up charging in a lot, and then he kind of hits this Lancer unit with this Dragoon unit. So the British player tries to counter the attack of Cav. So overall, Emperor B115 has 4 lights and I have 5, so I'm going to have slightly better accuracy overall in the battle. And at this point, very soon, Imperius is going to tell me to move forward to begin the attack, because it's going to be well needed. So he lost Chasseurs et Cheval in charge. And Imperius brings back his remaining Lancer units. My old guard getting into position. And now I'm moving my lights forward to begin the attack. Well needed attack, honestly. my National Guard over here, just waiting patiently for the call to duty, and the Fusiliers of the line. So this random Fusilier of the line can't do anything, it's just glitching around the building. And then my 2 young guard rounding out the flank here. But Bruce is gonna save me from the honesty of these dragoons. But Emperor B15 got the first shots off. I mean, yes, my 6th got hit pretty bad. Some of my Volts did too. And then they're gonna get hit pretty bad right there too. But that damage is gonna be the only damage that they do. I mean, they are gonna end up routing all of them, but that's not gonna be worried for a while. Because now my Volts are putting down fire on the light foot. Another cav charge by Imperius into these units. So B15 gets into squares to counter it as I move my line forward again to try to fire, but I'm still not close enough. As I move a Chasseurs Cheval across to try to fire on this 10th Hussar, and I move my line forward again. And now my main line's gonna get some fire down, which is definitely, this is the beginning stages of the battle. Is Emperor just kind of wastes a dragoon unit. Actually, that might have been the enemy. I think that was actually the other British player's cav, because I know Emperor wouldn't have done something that stupid. Just saying. But yeah, that cav's gonna get very easily lost due to all the fire. So I'm getting a charge in against this King's German Legion Lightfoot. 42nd Black Watch, hitting some nice shots in the back of my Chasseurs Cheval. But moving my line back, move my line again. But Emperor kind of does a bit of a side charge here that I don't know if I completely get. That actually, I don't know exactly who's doing all this charging, but either way, I move my line forward again just to get into better accuracy range.
Our men are running, sir.
I lost my first Voltigeur unit, and this King's German Legion foot right here getting lined up. King's German Legion Lightfoot, and I charge in my lance units against this 15th, god dang it, 10th Hussar. Excusez-moi, my incorrect information. But with Imperius' constant charging, Emperor's not holding out on his left flank, so his left flank is getting very, very weak. As you can see, this Highlander not doing so hot. It's already dropping. But I've done some really good cav charges over here. Is the other enemy British players just kind of created a straight line, so nothing's really happening on this flank at the moment. And now I'm moving my main flank over here across to get some better fire on Emperor's flank, so he's not going to do so well over there.
Our men are running, sir.
I've lost pretty much 3 Voltigeur units at this point. This one's about to rout, so actually this will be the 3rd one. There it goes. So I still have the 6th, and nah, I lost the 6th already. Wait the way. I'm using my Chasseurs Cheval to my advantage, getting some nice fire on the flank of these lights. My National Guard are actually doing fairly well over here, but they are starting to get down in numbers pretty quick. So I just charged in my Lancers again against the 5th. God dang, I said 15th again. 10th Hussars. And now this British player is now moving in against the Imperius on the flank, but I am quickly weakening Emperor's flank, also to the help of Imperius and his Chasseurs et Cheval, now beginning to take Emperor's right flank. As my Lancers are going to falter due to the square, they're going to do some damage to this general staff that I did try to charge, but they're just going to get hit by the square too much, and they're going to rout. And then I charge in my other Chasseurs et Cheval. My Lancers are gone. My Lancers. And then the 42nd Black Watch formed a square. As Emperor's about to lose one of his, there goes King's German Legion Light Foot. All he has left is one light unit. And my flank is now moving in even further onto his right. Gonna quickly do damage. So I'm already narrowing down this part of the battle. So I now put a young guard up here. It was already here. But yeah, that young guard's now there. That's a 6 back there. For some reason it's not wanting to fire much. Come on, you young guard. Come on. Be happy. Wow, there's only like 2 of them firing. Oh, never mind. There they go. They're finally going to fire. But my National Guard are quickly faltering. As I charged. I think that was mine. Chasseurs et Cheval, I think, that came back from routing into that light foot. And now that young guard that I had in reserve back here is moving in. I move my flank in even further on Emperor's right. And now this battle is officially starting over here with the other British player. I don't get his blocky formations whatsoever. Not at all. Doesn't make sense to me why he would do that. His decision, not mine. I just would not do that.
Our men are
so my Fusiliers are kind of getting to a little bit of melee combat that didn't really need to happen. Here on the flank. As I'm charging in this Chasseurs et Cheval against these lights, I believe is what I was trying to do, but they're not wanting to run. Instead, they're getting shot as they're walking across. They're just pouncing. But I did lose another National Guard, which is due to morale and just the fact that it's actually at 24 men. But yeah, that unit of National Guard routed. So yeah, this fight has officially started between Imperius and the other British player. As my flank is quickly coming in to take Emperor's flank. So Emperor has already lost his side of the battle at this point. But other British players look too pretty himself. I mean, the blocky formation is becoming the devil. With how many shots are raining in from the hill, they're hitting almost everyone on the line, and these men are dwindling quickly. Look at this. That's not a formation. That's just not a formation you want to do when you're getting shot from above. See, I move my young guard in. So all my young guard are now in combat, and my old guard are just sitting back there looking pretty. But Emperor's gonna finally lose his last light foot now. Is that Coldstream Guard doing some weird movements? 80th Connaught Rangers, the 42nd Black Watch, and that Coldstream Guard are the only things remaining of the Emperor's army. And this enemy British player is quickly faltering from the flank. And that 42nd Black Watch just routed. So I'm preparing to charge in this Fusilier line against the Coldstream Guards that are hitting my bolts. But they're going to get fired on pretty good by my other Fusilier line that's in the area. But I've pretty much captured my part of the battlefield. All that remains is to remove whatever is left of the Emperor's army. Just 2 units. But I will say the 42nd Black Watch will come back from routing. I'll just send in a cav unit to do a final charge. As I was saying, these blocky formations are the devil, as he's quickly losing his flank, and plus Imperius has superior uphill advantage. And plus the old guard are over here, so they're just gonna do a lot of damage in quick amount of time. Is the 88th Connaught Rangers have routed, and the Coldstreams have routed from the field. Getting shot up as they rout. But that's pretty much the end of Emperor's army, as I am now going to try to go over and reinforce Imperius. He's not really going to need my reinforcement at this point. But he will in a little bit. He'll need me to finish off whatever is left, which isn't much, but he'll still have a good considerable amount of his army. But either way. These Highlanders have a downhill disadvantage, because that one is routed at 55 men. It just got shredded thanks to the Young Guard on the hill. The enemy British player's left flank is quickly collapsing. Like I said, that 4-second block watch came back, but it'll just take a charge from my Chasseurs HFL to end them. But Imperius is doing very, very well right now. And as seen, and as I'm saying, these blocky formations are the death zone, as I've probably repeated 6 times already. And due to the fact that there's Young Guard on the hill with Voltigeurs supporting them, very accurate. And then the other British player is going to charge into this building, those 2-foot units over there. And I charge my Chasseurs HFL into the remaining of this unit, which is 88th Connaught Rangers. Already routed the 4-second Black Watch, but 88th Connaught Rangers came back too, and they're quickly gone. So as of right now, there's very little force on the other guy's left flank. He does have an almost full unit, but that's not going to keep Imperius from taking his flank with his Old Guard and Young Guard over here. See, a couple of his units came back. His general's about to die very soon. He will die. But this National Guard is against this amount of foot. It won't go too much longer. See, Imperius is building, doing a lot of damage to these foot before they actually get into the building. See, now I'm charging over some of my depleted men to reinforce Imperius, but my Old Guard are going to continue to stay untouched for the rest of the battle. They aren't going to do anything. But now that Imperius has the flank, this battle's pretty much sewed up. It's done. All that remains is this big amount of force that won't take that long to defeat. You see the power meters now in our favor. Imperius is doing a very quick assault over here to take the flank. Because now there's a Voltigeur charge against some Highlanders, which of course everyone knows Voltigeurs can't melee with the craps, and they don't have bayonets. But with the cav charge combined, those Highlanders can't do anything. They're dead. But since Imperius now is the flank of this remaining force, if he would have spread out his men, he would have actually survived longer. But no, these blocky formations. I have a feeling that if the British player would have spread out his army a bit more, instead of making these really crappy flanking maneuvers, he would have held out a lot longer overall, but I still don't think he would have won. He would have done more damage, but he would not have won. Just due to the fact that even if they're British, the French can defeat them with superior force either way. It is proven right now It doesn't matter. You may be playing as the British, and they are the superior overall army force, but the young guard and the old guard can make a difference. It does not matter whatever situation it is. My Lancer units is gonna sit back here. It's actually routed as a general. Just now noticed that. There's two men right there. 2 general staff. That was emperors. And then there goes
victory, sir. Is soon to be yours.
Catan. That's so butchered in every way. And I made a final charge with my Lancers, and that ends the battle right there, you guys. Hope you guys like this one. More to come. We'll look at the statistics. As you guys can see, very, very good. Overall, my men did a lot of damage. Also thanks to Imperius and his overall movement. But thanks for watching, you guys. More to come. Hopefully some campaign maybe soon. I don't know yet. But see you guys next time. Peace.